All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was a little bittersweet, but I'm headed to Iringa after a lovely stay in Morogoro. I really felt a deep connection with that family and felt so welcomed by them. It was such a blessing. Please remember to give a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and thank you to everyone. This is double speed. It's kind of why it's a little bit crazy, but as I'm riding out, I'm getting a warning sign on my TFT that's saying my tire pressure in the rear tire is half of what it should be. And I was like, that's not good. And I'm thinking, okay, where am I gonna fill up? How am I gonna do this? And I wasn't like freaking out or anything, and the bike wasn't all over the place, but yeah, I didn't want to ride too far and possibly ruin that rear tire. So I was kind of having this debate in my head as I was going along, and didn't really know what I was going to do, and waited far too long, but went into prayer after a while, and I just tried to relax and think about where I was at the moment and try to be present, even though I had something to deal with here. And as I got closer into the center of the village, these guys were out at the bike shop filling up tires. How about that? Thank you, Jesus. And like he immediately came over and started filling up the tire, and it was like crazy. So blessed, and they were just so nice. Just immediately dropped everything and helped me. Got it up to pressure there. Reads on the screen. That's so nice. Don't even have to measure. And I was on my way. I didn't have to really do anything. I just pulled up and they did everything. And a little friendly so long, and I was on the road again, full of air and ready to go. This is fun. These guys are all over the place and usually cheer or yell or something. It's pretty crazy. But the little view of the village here where I've been hanging out and really have grown to appreciate this place and navigate it a little bit better than when I first arrived, that's for sure. Then these guys coming up here were over the top crazy, but that's not terribly unusual. I run into this occasionally.
How you do? How are you?
Yeah? Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Asante. Good morning.
A little bit of chaos first thing in the morning, but everybody's so kind, so sweet, really welcoming. Like that guy letting me cut ahead in line there at the gas pump, that other guy coming up to me, and I think we had a major lost in translation. This guy gave me the fist bump. I mean, it's just so wonderful. So there's this big roundabout right at the on the edge of Morogoro, and so there's these two giraffes, and then the symbol on the flag right there with the two people around that shield. And then as we come around here, we're going to see that rhino and that leopard. I think the leopard is holding a crocodile in its mouth. I don't know. And then we come over here a little bit further, and then there's an elephant and a monkey over there. Really great roundabout, so cool. And beautiful mountains. Look at those mountains, how jagged they are and wild. So awesome. And then this is going to be kind of the day of the lorries. That was a terrible accident. God be with that. And I saw several of these tractor dealerships that were like beautiful. And how awesome is that? That Maasai waving to me. And then I started getting out into this open country, and it was such a relief on my heart. I love this type of terrain where you can see. And then it started to have a little dust storm. I'm like, am I in Saudi Arabia again? But it was just the wind picking it up off that parking lot. And there were all kinds of baskets. I thought these were really cool. This little area was all full of people making baskets and selling them. Really neat. Another friendly waiver there. And then the baboons, lots of baboons today, all over the place. And the baobab trees, we're going to see a million of those. And there's not as many on this side. When we get over the other side of the mountains, there's a lot more. Okay, so we're getting into this national park and talk about, don't feed the animals and all this stuff. I'm like, oh boy, I'm going to see animals. I was so excited. But first I got to deal with the lorries. A lot of lorries today, but not as bad as days that are coming up, actually. But look at this grass and this open terrain and stuff. Really made me think of some areas in Colorado, like the big parks and meadows in the mountains. The grass certainly isn't that tall, but kind of reminiscent to me. But that's a lot of grass to support a lot of animals. And I still didn't see anything yet, other than the baboons. And then eventually I did see some impala and some zebras, and those are giraffes. Do you see them there? Look on the horizon there. Those are giraffe necks. And I was like so excited. I'm like, oh, I can't believe I just saw giraffes. And I was like, okay, I got to turn around. So I turned around, went back, and it was crazy. I saw wild giraffes out walking around while riding my motorcycle. This is just utterly ridiculous to me. I couldn't believe this was actually happening. And so to do the proper tourist thing, I had to go over there and take a bunch of pictures and all that stuff. And they're just such crazy creatures, right? And then, just their coloring and their shape and how they move and everything is so wild to me. And there was quite a few. There were several there. And this was another profound blessing on a great day. And then this one on the far right was starting to move a little bit. And I wish I had been more present to record it walking more. But if we look on the far right there, see he's starting to walk a little bit. I wish I had recorded more of that. They're just such an interesting creature, how they look and how they move, and that one was eating at the top of one of the trees. Neck was all stretched out. Let's look at this again. So this is that one that was going to move just in slow motion. Yeah, see, I wish it's kind of like its neck is moving too and everything. Pretty wild. So, get some more pictures and then hit the trail again. And they're all looking right at me. Okay, let them be. Get on the way. Oh, look at that beautiful beast. I love that motorcycle so much. So great to see some wildlife and such exotic wildlife. I mean, the zebras and impalas are cool too, but the giraffe are really exotic. So get on my way, head back to the west again, get turned around, and didn't see any other animals of significance other than the baboons. There's lots of baboons, but there's also lots of lorry wrecks all over the place. And it's interesting that they leave them, and I'm not sure why these lorries decided to be in my lane at the same time. I don't know what that was about, but here's another one that looks like it was burned out, like the tires are gone and everything. And there's lots of places where the police check the lorries for something. I'm not sure what, but these long lines that I'm so grateful I don't have to wait in. They do slow you down, but at least I don't have to stop. And so many trucks, so many lorries, lots of goods going east to west here. And then, okay, sharp corners, slow down. Yeah, we're getting into the mountains. And look at this guy, right head on. I mean, pushes me clear over. Yeah, she just got to be so careful. And that guy, he stopped fully right in the middle of the road. There's so many of the lorries, when they stop, they just stop right in the middle of the road. And I assume they're broken down. Look at this guy. He looks like he's working on his motor. He got off the road at least. And then this guy had to hurry up and pass me. And it's like, okay, go ahead and pass me. I don't care. And then we are going to wait for a long time. Now, this is double time. So it gives you some idea how slow these lorries move in the hills, whether they're going up or down. A lot of times they're going below 10 miles an hour. And we're going to see more of this later. But I'm going to run this whole thing because I want you to appreciate how many trucks there are and how it impacts the road. I mean, there's only 2 lanes. Frequently, there's very little shoulder, if any at all. And so if someone breaks down or whatever, they're just right in the middle of the road. There's no other place to go. And the lorries tend to stack up because they're all going slow. And so, yeah, it's a lot to navigate on the highway. And definitely something that I'm not really used to in the United States, but I've seen a lot of in Africa for sure. So now we're getting near the end. We're able to move again. And there's one broken down lorry there. And then here's the dude right in the middle of the road that caused all that backup and be in the other lane. And then there's another baboon. We're gonna see a lot more of those as we get over the mountains here. Yeah, they're just all over the place. There's another dude just walking along. They weren't really afraid, and just right out in the middle of the road. And look how beautiful this is with that mountain and the baobab trees and everything. So cool. Look how beautiful that is. I love it. And they have these open roads and the open country. Like there's very few power lines. It's just wonderful. And lots of baboons. Look at the trunk on that one. So big. That one too. I wonder how far that is around, the circumference of that. And they just seem like stately and beautiful to me. And there were so many on the west side of the mountains there, just everywhere. And because I love them, you're going to see a lot of them in this video. Look at that guy there, so big. There were parts of today that really reminded me of Colorado. The open terrain, the scrubby brush, ground cover, the blue skies with the white puffy clouds. There was a cool breeze. It wasn't really hot. The humidity was much lower. There were aspects of today that really made me think of Colorado, besides the baboons and the giraffes and the baobab trees and other things that were absolutely uniquely Tanzania, but other things kind of, I guess, made me a little homesick. Okay, so we're leaving the Morogoro region, we're crossing this river, and we're heading into the Iringa region. Boom, there's the sign right there. Welcome to Iringa region, and more baobab trees. And so I was like, I gotta see one of these things up close. So I get pulled over here, and I wanted to touch one and kind of, be closer to it. And so I get over here. Now this is what I would say is like a medium-sized, small to medium-sized, and still really huge. And they had stored some gas cans or something kind of on the base of it. So I didn't want to be like, I don't know, walking close to the stored gas cans or whatever. But I took my pictures and got out of there. And then there was a guy on the side of the road. You can kind of see him in the background there. And he was headed my way. And I had my helmet on and my earplugs and stuff. And then I have such poor hearing anyway. It really impacts my ability to communicate well. There's my selfie with the super cool baobab. So I felt bad about that I don't really communicate well when I'm on the motorcycle. I don't communicate well when I'm off the motorcycle. But yeah, he was really sweet, I think, and I would like to have been able to converse with him better.
Where are you going to?
How are you?
Where are you going?
Iringa?
Where are you going?
Yeah, Iringa? Is that what it is? Yeah. How are you? What's that?
How much gear motorcycle?
How much?
Gear.
You mean for money? Yeah, I don't know. I'm from the United States. So. Asante.
I think he was wanting to know how much the motorcycle cost. Those are the two questions I get from everyone. How much does it cost and how many cc's is it? I don't know how much it would cost in Tanzania. And it's just interesting to me that that's the question I always get. How much does it cost and how many cc's is it? So this is a really steep section of road, and this Subaru ahead of me had a Mzungu driving it. I saw him. He was a white dude for sure, and he was a crazy driver. He went super fast, but this is pretty typical. Yeah, when you get on these steep sections and it kind of bottlenecks like this, and the lorries bunch up, and it's dangerous. It's absolutely dangerous, but I guess I'm learning how to navigate it a little bit better. And it's really nice when there's a car ahead of you and let them kind of run interference, I guess. But, we're going so slow right now. Like this lorry is literally going sometimes 2 miles an hour, sometimes 4 miles an hour, but we're just creeping along. And it's hard to keep the bike upright. I mean, yeah, and it actually can be slower than this too. You can see my speedometer. It's really crazy, 2 to 4 miles an hour. And then, you get an opportunity to pass, you got to take it because you could just be there all day. And so I had to leave that Subaru guy behind. I had a window and I took it. And luckily they're going slow coming at you as well. So it gives you a little bit of grace there. But yeah, these roads and these lorries are pretty challenging at times. And it's worse when you can't pass. It's worse for me when I can't pass. But when I get these opportunities, see that lorry coming, but he's going pretty slow, so it's helpful. And another one, and when you get that window, you just got to go for it. I have to go for it anyway. And then we're getting near the top, starting to top out a little bit, and I am so grateful. It's so hard for me to be in these tight quarters and not being able to move. And then, yeah, okay, good. And then this guy, he's so funny. So there's another line of traffic here, and yeah, can I get around? Can I get around? Come on. Nope. All right, there we go. And so I'm getting through this line, and there must have been something over on the far left because some of these cars and lorries are like pulling out. And then this other guy comes like zooming up behind me. Come on, come on. I'm even impatient in the video. All right, here we go. There, now I can see a long ways. Yeah, that guy's way out. Get out of the way. And then, so I come up here and Look, it's like so stacked up. There's a guy way over to the left here. What's going on? It's so funny. It's not funny at the time, but it's funny to me now. And then this guy there, where'd you come from? And then we get up here and we finally crashed out. This is awesome. Another example where I should just take my helmet off and take my earplugs out and sit and have a conversation with this guy.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Asante.
How was Wajane? Mambo vipi?
I'm sorry.
Mambo vipi?
Uh,
How was Wajane?
Great.
Where to?
I'm going to Iringa.
Iringa.
Yeah.
Okay, you have reached it. This is Iringa.
Yeah, right here.
Ndiuka.
Right there.
Ah, Makorongoni. Okay. You are nearby.
Cool.
Yeah, you are nearby. Okay.
Asante.
Swahili is the primary language in Tanzania, and Asante means thank you, and I use it all the time. I probably use it inappropriately, but it works. This is a cool mosque that was there. It was, I don't know, interesting architecture. I liked it. And then here's a clock tower, and I ate at the clock tower restaurant that night. It was super yummy. Highly recommend it. I ate way too much. And this hotel I stayed at, if you're ever in Iringa, highly recommend this place. It's mostly staffed by people that have disabilities, and they were fantastic. It was a great spot. Yeah, highly recommend it. And here's my meal from the clock tower. And I gorged myself to the point of almost being painful. Thanks for watching. Thank you for contributing. You bought me dinner that night. Please give a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And peace and love to you all.